Hello guys and welcome to my channel. Today it's a kind of new year resolution. Of course not for me, for those who wants to start learning a new language in 2023. In this video I'm going to tell you secrets and the tips how to learn a new language. If you're planning, so watch this video up to end and subscribe to my channel. Let's get started. So I'm gonna tell you 5 super important tips that if you implement it in your daily routine, I'm 100% sure you will become a good ESL learner in a short period of time. And I want you to challenge yourself by the end of 2023 in which level of language you wanna be. A1 up to C2. Which level you have a plan to get to it. So do your best. Work on yourself every single day and you will get to the level you want. So the first tip is a visualizing technique. Memorizing a word with the meaning in your native language is an old and a traditional method of learning. For example, when you want to memorize the word rush, it means to do something in a hurry. You definitely write the word and in front of that word you write the meaning of that in your native language. For example, you have a rush in front of that, you have the meaning of that, rush, the meaning, whatsoever is your language. Rush, the meaning, rush, the meaning. This method doesn't work. You have to memorize the word like a picture. When you see a picture, you will never forget that word. But when it comes to language learning and language acquisition, you change the word into pictures in your mind. For example, rush, doing something in a hurry. Just imagine you see a baby or a child on the street and the car coming toward the kid, and you see the mother of that baby is running to save her baby. Make a phrase in your mind like this: the mother rushed to save her child. And just pretend yourself on that situation. You're seeing that scene. This is the way that the word linked with your imagery sense, and it makes a picture of a mother and a kid or maybe an accident in your mind. And in this way, you will never forget that word. The next step is memorizing with phrasing. This step is connected with our previous one. Make a sentences for every word you want to memorize. You have already made a sentence for rush. Try to make one more sentence for that. This will help you to not learn just one word. Because when you want to make a sentence or a phrase, maybe you can't because you don't know the word. For example, imagine you want to tell a story of someone who had a car accident, but you don't know how to say a car accident in English. And you definitely go to the Google or on dictionaries to find the meaning of a car accident in your native language and then change it into a sentences. You wanted to memorize a rush, but you learned 2 words at the same time, rush and a car accident. You just simply learned 2 words. This is the way you can improve your vocabulary list, and day by day you will get close to your destination. The third step is read as much as you can. I should have said this as a first step, but don't worry, there is no big deal. In this point, the more you read, the more easily you can reach to the level you want. You know, in language learning, we have 2 types of data in our minds, active and passive. I talked about active and passive learning. I'll put the link of that video in the description box down below. After watching this video, I recommend you to watch that video as well. As a nutshell, I want to tell you that reading more books brings more data in your mind. But those data are passive. How to change it into active, I talked in details, just click the link. But as a beginner, you have to read more because you need more information and data about some specific language you want to learn. Although it is passive, but it is necessary. You can even learn grammar rules in books. But my recommendation is don't confuse yourself with grammar and don't make it hard to yourself. You will learn them naturally. Don't worry about it. Put your time in other skills, not in grammar rules. The fourth step is listening. Reading and listening is a passive activity, but I can strongly say that listening is the powerful way of learning a new language. Every person who wants to start learning a new language should spend at least 70% of time on listening. Listening can give you a hand to improve your general knowledge. I mean, you hear different words, idioms, expressions, flaws in their speeches, even grammar rules. I'm completely against grammar rules for beginners. There's a lot of amazing English podcasts on YouTube. You can search them and listen to them completely for free. If you ask me to give you a magical pill that you can learn a language, I will tell you that is listening. Of course, speaking, vocabularies, watching movies and films, all these things are so important in language acquisition. We can't underestimate their roles in language learning, but listening is more important than these things. So start listening right now, and day by day, your English will improve. And the last step is motivation. Don't stop learning by whatever the people are saying. Don't lose your motivation by the people's judgment, by the people's negative ideas. In every corner of this world, we have those types of peoples. If you plan to start learn a new language, so start it. If you plan to play a guitar, so play it and start learning that. Don't surrender, no matter how hard it is, that language, how much time you dedicated for. It's all negative ideas that pops up in our mind and tells us, stop, it's enough. You need some rest for a while. Don't let those negative thoughts come to you. Learn which language you love. It's English, it's Spanish, Chinese. I heard the Chinese language is the hardest language on earth. Learn whatever you want based on your desires and underestimate the people's negative thoughts. Don't value them. Don't make it too hard for yourself. Just pretend they are like a wind that comes once and leave again. Just do it. So, if you implement today's tips I told you, you will become a good English speaker by the end of this year. Thanks for watching the video up to end. If you're new here, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon for my next video notification. And please motivate me with your likes and sharing my videos with your friends. Wish you the best.